Hey guys, it's me, Minnie, and I'm back again with another video. I wanted to do some like palette reviews and stuff like that, but to do a proper review, I feel like I need to really work with the product and determine how I like it. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll do some first impression videos. But I didn't know if you guys really wanted to see that. So leave me comments below and let me know if you want to see my first impressions on some newer palettes, like some of the Too Faced palettes and Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette and stuff like that. So instead I thought, well, what else could I do? So I thought, hey, let's do my favorites from 2017. So here they are. So I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm dropping on the floor. And I thought we could start with primers. Where'd that even go? It's gone forever. Okay, I found it. All right, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with some primer. So my favorite primers of 2017 have definitely been the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I absolutely love this primer. It's very, very good. It's a nice alternative to the Tarte Poreless primer, which I often find not to be in stock. So this is my alternative to it. It helps to really spackle in the pores if you have larger visible pores. But this Maybelline Baby Skin from the drugstore, which is like significantly less money, probably half price, is just as good. This one is very silicone-y, and this one is a little bit more lotion-like in texture. But if you are on a budget and you can't, swing by a Sephora or whatever, grab yourself some of this, and this will smooth out your pores and perfect them as well. So really good alternative for that. When it comes to foundation, this year I tried something new, and that is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, and I wear the shade Ivory Medium. I absolutely love this. This is such a full coverage foundation. The only thing I don't like is the packaging, and I don't like the applicator. I don't like putting it on my face. I'd rather just like put it on a palette and dip my beauty blender into it. That way I'm not putting bacteria like back into the bottle. Marc Jacobs, love your stuff. Make a pump bottle, please. And that retails for like 50 bucks. A great alternative to that, and this is one of my staples. This bottle is a mess, don't judge me. This is the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous Foundation in the shade Classic Ivory. You can see that this has been loved. This is what I wore all day today at work. And people were asking me, oh, is it this foundation? Is it this one? Like inside Sephora. And I was just like, it's CoverGirl. And there's a huge price difference between these as well. This is probably, like I said, 50 bucks. And this is probably around the under 20 marks. So great alternative. I would say that Marc Jacobs could certainly do more in his shade range in his line. He could use some lighter foundation, some more medium tones, and definitely some deeper skin tones. For CoverGirl, I'm not sure of their range in this line, so I can't really comment on that. So moving on to concealer, I have some alternatives. These have been my favorite and the most used this year. I'm going to start out with my Holy Grail concealer, the best one I've ever used in my life, and that is Tarte Shape Tape. And I use this in the color Fair, which I believe is the lightest shade. This smells like sunflowers. I love the consistency on my skin. The coverage is fucking great. And I want to say this is around 20 some odd dollars. For a drugstore alternative, I have the Maybelline, I believe this is the Fit Me concealer in Fair, again, because I'm so pale. I love this as well. The consistency of this isn't as thick as the Tarte Shape Tape, but, I get a decent amount of coverage with it, and it sets nice with powder. Neither of these crease for me, so that is a plus. They wear well. They hold up all day. And again, if you're on a budget, go to the drugstore and grab this one. Highly recommend it. Then moving along, I tried a new setting powder. I was very loyal to the Laura Mercier powder. I don't have a drugstore powder other than the Coty Airspun, which I've mentioned on my channel like 500 times. So if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that I use the Coty powder. But that's such a heavy powder on me because I have super dry skin. Like if you have oily skin, that is going to be fucking great for you. You are going to love the Coty powder. But I discovered two powders this year. One is for Makeup Forever, but that has a little bit of flashback. So then I discovered the Tarte Filtered Light Setting Powder, and it looks like this. And it's just in, like, I guess, does it even have a shade? No, it's just a setting powder, so I'm going to assume it's translucent. This stuff smells like chocolate. It is so finely milled. When I apply it on my under eye, not only does it look great and not have flashback, if I touch my face, it feels like silk, and I'm just like, I know that I've put this product on that day. I love this. If you go to a Sephora, get yourself a little sample of it, try it out. It's awesome. They can put it in the little jars for you to try for free. Moving along, I don't have any drugstore dupes for these, but I have my favorite eyeliner, and this is the Makeup Forever Aqua XL pencil, and this isn't just black, the black is black. This is a waterproof eye pencil, which I use in my waterline. Sometimes I'll smudge it out, sometimes I'll smudge it on, you know, my lash line. Ooh, my lash is wonky as hell right now. That's all right, I worked in this makeup all day. Let's forgive that. I absolutely love this. I always, 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 no matter what eyeliner I've used, I will have smudging here in the corners, you know, throughout the day after like sweating and just working and living and existing. But I have less with this than any other eye pencil I've ever used. And if I wear it for a long period of time, yes, I will need to touch up the waterline, but not nearly as much as with other pencils. If you guys know of any awesome drugstore pencils that are really pigmented and long wearing, please let me know. I always like to find stuff at the drugstore as well, because this pencil retails, I want to say, for like $24. So the way I wear black eyeliner, I could certainly use a drugstore alternative. Moving on to my favorite liquid liner. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. I'm sure you've heard about this one before. Right now at Sephora or some Sephoras, you can get a mini one of these in black for 100 points. So if you've been wanting to try it, go and use your points and try one out. This is not a felt tipped liner. This is like a brush kind of liner, but it's very fine. It's black, it's pigmented, it doesn't bleed, which is really nice. And it says that it's waterproof. I haven't really tested that out, but it wears really well. I've had mine on since early this morning. It is now probably about 1 something a.m. Love it, easy to use. I like the way that I can hold it. I feel like this would be good for beginners, people that are more comfortable doing their liner, just because you can really get in there, you can control it like a pen, and it's a little bit more comfortable to hold that way for most people, because it's a familiar feeling rather than having something maybe with the brush that you're like, oh god, you know. So this is really nice. Moving on to mascara. I'm not a big mascara girl. I do my bottom lash line and then I throw some on my top lashes, usually just regularly or to blend in my falsies. So this year I actually got this as gratis. That's why there is a sticker on here. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This is awesome. I really like it. It's very black. The brush is traditional. It just has like a spoolie, a fat spoolie brush, which I like. I'm not a big fan of the silicone brushes, although I do feel the silicone brushes help me get my lower lash line a little bit more carefully than brushes like this. But this holds up very well on me. I like it. It doesn't get too clumpy. I mean, it can if you really go in with it, but it's not overly clumpy. So then for lips, I have 2 of my favorite lipsticks of the year. Not necessarily in shade, although I love these shades. They're just in the brands that I love. So my favorite traditional lipstick of the year has been the new Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipsticks that they put out. And they just kind of look like this. And they're just your bullet style lipstick. Okay, and this is in the color Resin. This is one swipe. Very highly pigmented. They are matte. But they don't really drag across my lips, which I like, and they don't dry out like a liquid lipstick. They're very easy to reapply, and you don't get any of that little like butthole mouth, as people here on YouTube call it. Easy to reapply. Throw it in your purse, you know, you have something to eat, bam, you can put some back on, no hassle. And I think those are about 20 bucks, same as a liquid lipstick. And then as far as liquid lipsticks go, I am addicted to the Too Faced Melted Mattes. They're just, I'm wearing this one right now. I think this is Queen Bee. Yeah, this is Queen Bee. This is one of the first shades I ever got from them. I now own at least 8 over there. I love these. They're so comfortable. I love Kat Von D's as well. I have many of hers, but this formula is more creamy than Kat Von D's, and it just stays on. It dries fast, and if I wear this for a very long time, let's say I'm working like a 12-hour shift, and I'm, you know, drinking out of a straw and just talking and blah, 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 chewing gum, I will need to reapply on the inner rim, and sometimes it can get a little peely, which I don't like, but it's nothing. It's worth it. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Lashes that I've been addicted to. If you've been here for any amount of time, you know that I absolutely love the drugstore lashes by Ardell in the number 207s. I also love the Demi Wispies, but I did get introduced to these. These are the Huda Beauty lashes in Samantha, and I just picked these up and I'm wearing them now, and I love them so much. I feel like they hold up really, really well, and I can wear them way more times than any Ardell lash, although those hold up fine. But if you really like to wear your lashes every day and you don't want to get lash extensions and you need pairs that are going to hold up well, these are great. Ardells are great as a drugstore alternative. These are a little expensive for one pair of lashes, so if you're not into that, or if like you're new with lashes, do not go and invest in, you know, $20 lashes. Go to the drugstore, pick up a nice 5-pack of Ardell Demi Wispies and practice with those. Don't purchase these until you are comfortable putting on your lashes, because you'll probably ruin them and it's just a waste of money. Also, these do not come with adhesive, so buy your own adhesive. I use Duo. I've been using it forever, and I probably will use it forever. So my favorite and most used palettes of the year are, this is still one that I can't stop using, and this is the Lime Crime Venus palette. This is like my third one. I'm about to hit pan on this one. I can't stop purchasing this palette. Every single time that it goes on sale, I buy it. Especially like the last time I bought two, because they were having like a sale, and I was like, well, you know, I want as many backups as these as I could possibly get. A new one that I picked up this year is by Urban Decay, and this is the Naked Heat palette. Once again, you will see why. I mean, look at that shade range. Oh God, freaking mirror. Like, that is my shade range. All of the warm tones, please. I mean, mostly mattes, but a few shimmers. Like, here's a swatch of Enfuego. They're just so pretty. They're not as like pigmented on finger swatches as some of the wow, English. They're not as pigmented swatch wise as some of the ones from like the Lime Crime Venus palette. Oh God, I'm doing such a shitty job at this right now. But when they're on the eye, they work really, really well, and I like them. The only other Naked palette I own is the first one, which was my first palette, like high-end palette, and this was definitely worth the buy. There was a lot of hype around this. I did not buy it immediately. I waited, and then I picked it up, and I don't regret it. I really, really like this palette. And let me just swatch one of the shimmers. This is Scorched, and this is the color that just sold me on the palette. You can see that there's some fallout, but, you know, I mean, that is the most beautiful copper, so pretty, and these are my shades. These are the shades I wear all the time. And finally, I grabbed this tiny little one. This is the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions. I also grabbed the Mauve Obsessions. Do we see a theme here? Yes. I was really, really fucking impressed with the pigments in these palettes. Both of them are beautiful. And it was my first experience with a Huda eyeshadow, and I almost think that the pigment in these little guys are better than the Desert Dusk palette, which is good. It's a good palette, but like, I'm in love. And travel, throw this in your purse for touch-ups, yes please. I live in South Florida. It gets super fucking hot here in the summer, and no matter what primer I'm using, no matter what I do, no matter what setting spray, when it is 100 degrees out, my shadow is creasing, especially after 8 hours. And if I have to go from one job to the next, or if I want to go out with my friends, I love having this little tiny little guy, and I have little hands. I love having this in my purse, you know, bam, touch up. All right, I've got 3 things left. 2 of them are skincare. I had not been using high-end skincare ever before working at Sephora. I was always using drugstore skincare. Maybe I would get a sample from Sephora of like a Peter Thomas Roth product, or a, I don't know, you guys, I don't know. So when I started working there, I actually got a gratis of 2 of these. And this is the Ulla Henriksen Truth Serum. Okay, this is collagen boosted. It has True C complex, which is kind of like a vitamin C. This smells like oranges. This brightens the skin, it evens the skin tone, and it helps for premature aging. I never knew the importance of skincare, and then you start learning about it and being educated about it, and then also working alongside of like licensed estheticians who kind of focus on the skincare side of the store more than the makeup. And having a good skincare regimen and finding what works for you will change the way you look with and without makeup, I swear to you. With all skincare, it takes about 4 weeks to start seeing results, and I'm kind of impatient. So like when I first started using this, I'm like, great, I just spent like, well, I did get it for gratis at first, but I'm like, great, I just spent money on this, and I look the same. But over time, the way my foundation looks is different than when I first started working at Sephora. People I don't even know, like, that don't work with me will be like, wow, you look really nice, like, they just think it's makeup, but it's not. It's what's underneath that. I love this serum. And Ulla Henriksen has also several other lines, like an oil control line, and so on and so forth. So you can find something that targets your skincare needs. And then I follow up that serum, and I do this day and night, morning and night, on cleansed skin. I follow up with this moisturizer, which is the sister product for that, and it's the Ulla Henriksen Truth Advanced Moisturizing Cream, again with vitamin C and the True C complex, and this is just the moisturizer. So I put my serum on, I massage that all over, I let that set, and then I follow it with this. I have such dry skin, and although this doesn't focus on, I mean, it's a moisturizer, it's gonna hydrate, but it doesn't focus on it as much as some other products. This just works so well for me with the vitamin C, which I just guess my skin was lacking. I had a sunspot that wasn't very dark, but it was a little hyperpigmentation that developed right there. Using this took that away. So I trust in it. And the last thing I have is a little bit of fun, and it is a hair product. I'm not too big on hair stuff, but this is a product by IGK, and it's called Pre-Party. It's a hair strobing glitter spray. It's paraben-free, vegan and cruelty-free, UV protection, mineral oil-free, sulfate-free. This, I feel, looks better the darker your hair is. You guys, it is everything. I'm about to get this all over the place. Let's see. Oh shit, this is not going to end well. My hair is kind of wet. Can you see that? I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can. So I'm like, well, I might as well spray here to even it out. It is like the most subtle diamond dust, pixie dust glitter for your hair. And you know what? Glitter terrifies me because like right now it's flying around in here and it's all over. But I've washed my sheets. I fell asleep with this in my hair, and it disappears in the washing machine. It's not all over my sheets. It was all over a towel for a while, but one wash in the washing machine and it didn't like spread all over. It was easy to get rid of, is what I'm getting at. So this is a little bit of fun and just in time for New Year's. So I thought you guys might like that. This is available at Sephora, and if not, let's see if they have a website here. I don't see a website on the can, but oh, just kidding. Okay, that's in French. igkhair.com/pre-party. Hashtag IGK pre-party. I don't know what the rest of it says because that part is in French. So yes, get this for New Year's. It'll be fun. It shows up on all hair colors, but on darker hair, it really shines, as you can see. And it stays put, and it's nice. So yeah, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and that you go into 2018 with all the best intentions, and I wish you all the best of luck for you and your families and everyone you care about. And I'll see you next year. Bye.